Why, some say the moon. Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Perseverance Mindset Podcast here, coming to you live from the Dialogue Den, none other than the Dialogue Den. Today, history has happened, folks. History in the making. The remaining JFK assassination files were released, executive order by President Trump, 80,000 files, currently on the National Archives website. And we're going to be going through not 80,000 files, but we did want to share and just talk a little more about this in detail. And it's just such a significant day for everything that is about to be uncovered. Stuff that people and Americans have been waiting for decades, over 60 years to see these files being pushed back, being brought up, being able to see some, not others. Heavily redacted. Files are live on the National Archives website, and it's an exciting day to have this information out there to the public, out there for Americans to see. Now, JFK's famous, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Again, everything is just coming into play. And news reports from November 22nd, 1963, again. Now, for 60 years, we've been told the truth is out there, but buried beneath redactions, government secrets, classified files. Now, the latest JFK file dump release via executive order could change everything. It could change everything, the whole scope of how we look at the assassination. Now, a recap of JFK's assassination, some of the biggest conspiracy theories that were previously classified as hidden, a deep dive into what, again, the newest files could reveal. What could this mean for the future? Could a new investigation be launched because of this? Again, if you're fascinated by government secrets, historical cover-up, high-stakes conspiracies, again, we're going to be examining a lot of this in our show today. Again, stay with us because what you're about to hear could change everything you thought you knew about the JFK assassination. So, the official story versus the theories that challenge it. Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. Warren Commission concluded that there was no larger conspiracy, the single bullet theory on how one bullet allegedly caused multiple wounds. One bullet hitting multiple people in that limousine, in that car one day, in that motorcade. Again, major theories that could, challenge that narrative. You're talking about, again, the mob's role potentially in the retaliation of JFK and RFK's crackdown on organized crime. We're talking about the potential CIA involvement. Could JFK's resistance to intelligence agencies have led to the downfall? Again, an inside government job. LBJ's potential government involvement, again, assuming him to the office of the highest office of the land, the presidency. So, or again, was there a Cuban connection involved in this? Was Fidel Castro behind the assassination and retaliation for the Bay of Pigs invasion? And again, during this time, a lot of Cold War topics to discuss, everything going around the backdrop of everything around the JFK assassination. Now, again, with those heavy Cold War tensions, the possibility of KGB involvement. There's just so much that we have to discuss and go through. Again, I'm not going to get through everything, but I wanted to bring this to the forefront now with these newly files being released. And also adding into theories versus conspiracy and just having out there. But again, a lot of these conspiracies have fact. So I just want to throw that out there. So was the military industrial complex, get the better of JFK? Did JFK's anti-war stance threaten a powerful defense system, the military complex, and basically defense contractors where the money in war is made? That's the icing on the cake, So again, going back to that eyewitness conflicts and the Zapruder film, how firsthand accounts contradict the official story or news narrative that was fed to all of us. Now, why Americans still don't believe government's version? Because it's been so inept at telling the truth for so long, we don't believe almost anything that is said. So polls show that most Americans to this day, from an event that happened over 60 years ago, still don't believe the official report. Multiple government officials have later admitted doubts about the Warren Commission's findings. That's right, now, in present day. So what was going on this whole time? And also leading into that, what was previously classified? Why have files been hidden for so long? If you weren't aware, the JFK Records Act of 1992 required all files to be released, yet many remain classified, making it that they all had to be released, but remaining them classified. Can't make this stuff up. So again, after the multiple delays, why the government kept pushing back, full disclosure was being asked for years, decades, days, months, years piling up. Theories on why it was being hidden. Again, was Oswald involved potentially with the CIA or the FBI? Foreign government involvement, Russia, Cuba, even allies. We don't know. Hopefully some of these files can shed some light on those. And again, evidence of multiple shooters contradicting the lone gunman theory. I think as more things fall apart each and every day in that report, more people have come to acknowledge that, again, just physics and actually firing a rifle contradict a lot of what was said to people in those days. And again, links to ongoing intelligence operations, they're still classified to this day. Hopefully these new release documents can get us and shed some more light for the American public. And also what's inside of the newly released JFK files. I want to say on this show, I want to be frank with you on this show that we're not going to go through all 80,000 files, but today is the date of the release. So I do want to screen share and show you the files of the first maybe 20 or 30 and also go there and read through them for everybody that doesn't have time to go through 80,000 files. So basically want to see some of the key revelations with that, some takeaways again, as we go through. Maybe we'll dump through some of the documents, do 20, 100, then do summaries. Again, you have to physically go through it and read these documents. Again, and top takeaways from some of these unsealed documents, we want to get names. We want to have the agencies mentioned, where are the surprising connections or the verified connections? Now, not such a surprise, but they're verified. Again, new details about Oswald's activities before the assassination. These files are going to detail a lot of that. So I'm excited to go into these files myself. And were there intelligence agencies tracking Oswald more closely than they admitted? I will say personally, I believe they had no studio, as I was just mentioning. Here we have the screen share of the National Archives webpage, and here it is right here. JFK Assassination Records 2025 document release. And we want to go down here, but I did want to say that this is it. This is it, guys, right here. This is, it's incredible. It's truly incredible. So if we go down here they are. We can break it down, go through 10, 20, 25, 100, 200, all. So this is everything right here. This is everything. The page might actually freeze and break by how many documents there are. I want to just scroll down, and because again, these PDFs can be one file, could be 10 files, could be 100 files. This is incredible. This is a historic day for truth seekers and people that have wanted this information and documentation for decades. People that lived to see this event had dreamed for a day where they can have this information made public to the American people. Have asked these questions for decades. Some have not even, most have not even lived to see it. And it's such a historic day. But these are all the files, everything. The screen's even like sharing. It's not even loading fast enough. That's how many documents there are. Like PDFs, like the screen is freezing and it's going down. That's how many documents are on here. Like I think we're getting close here, maybe. Yeah. So we've reached the end. Yeah. So show all of our listeners, subscribers, just the first few batch of documents out there for anybody that doesn't know that they are out there or have not heard because you're so busy with work, family, kids, everything. This is out there. It's out there, and I want you to find it. NationalArchives.gov, AFK Assassination Records, March 18, 2025 release. Look at some files. Like people have been waiting for these files for decades to see a smidget of this information. And again, we were getting more released in 2017, 2018, but now we have the most information. Everything's out there. We just have to sift through these documents and find what we want to find in them. So everyone, I'm going to keep looking through these files here. I'll be posting more videos on them. But again, I did want to get something out there for all our perseverance pioneers and history lovers like myself. This topic is huge. So I wanted to make sure I posted something for you guys tonight to be able to go and look through. And if you weren't aware, you are aware now. And please get out there, like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more videos like this. But thank you all, everyone, and have a great night. It's going to be a long one for me. Take care.